Welcome to the Live Free, Love Life podcast, where we discuss how to create more freedom so we can love our lives no matter what we're going through. Hey there. Before we dive into today's coaching session, I want to share something powerful with you. You know what's amazing about coaching? You don't have to be the one in the hot seat to experience transformation. When I first discovered coaching, I was part of a huge membership program with thousands of members. I never even got the chance to be coached directly, but that didn't stop me from completely changing my life just by listening to other people's coaching sessions. In fact, coaching had such a profound impact on me that I signed up for coach certification before I was ever coached myself. Crazy, right? So as you listen today, I want you to put yourself in this client's shoes. Their specific situation might be different from yours, but I promise the underlying thoughts and feelings are universal. Notice what comes up for you. What thoughts do you relate to? What feelings resonate? What insights could you apply to your own life? Remember, transformation happens when we're willing to look at ourselves with curiosity and compassion. So let's dive in and let this coaching session be exactly what you need today. All right, what can I help you with today?
So I am in this place where I feel both all over the place and super focused. So I keep on going throughout the day, up and down. And I feel I've got this, but actually I don't have it. I know what I want, I have the vision, but oh my God, what's going on? What am I doing? Uh, I'm very proud of where I am at today. In my last 2 years, I went through a divorce that I didn't want initially. I moved out with not having any family in the city, in the country. I live in the US. I decided to do things differently. I decided to become a coach. Then I was like, I'm such an entrepreneur. I've always been. Let's build my business. And I have a full-time job and I have 2 boys and I'm feeling amazing. And at the same time, I feel like I'm not showing up as I'm kind of having like a crazy spark, passion spark. And I do have the things, but I think I'm not showing that really. So as a coach, I have clients, I have a few clients, I'm showing up like this. It's amazing. They blow their mind. They blow my mind. Um, and I'm creating new clients and I'm still in a bit of a like, when is that coming? I'm going to do that. I have system, I have in place.
Okay, hold on. I want to pause you. Tell me more about when you say I go back and forth, or I have it and then I don't have it. Tell me exactly what you mean by that.
Well, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I have my routine plan. I put it in place because it's very important. Otherwise, I do nothing and I scroll down social, for instance. And when I have my kids, so it's pretty clear. And so I'm like, let's wake up. And I'm like, oh, let's stay in bed a little bit more for 30 minutes. And then I'm like, no, let's do it. And then we do it. We follow the plan. And in the middle of the plan on meditation, I'm like, I have huge doubts. Like, I'd like to wake up all for it until the end of the day. And it hasn't been happening for a long time.
Okay, so is the problem more about what you're doing or not doing, or just your mindset and what your brain is doing?
Well, when I'm all in bit like, well, the doubt and all the mindset that I don't like, I am not showing up the way I'm wasting so much time.
Okay. Tell me more about that mindset then. When does it show up?
I think it's constantly in my mind. Like it's both. Like the vision, I know what I'm doing, it's clear. And at the same time, in parallel, like all the background noise.
When does the background noise take over from the vision?
When it's harder for me to wake up in the morning, to get up from bed, I wake up. When I spend too much time on my screen, when I don't feel so present with my kids. And
So tell me,
And mostly when I'm alone at home and I don't have big plans, which I'm trying to do more of, like, let's get comfortable into that.
so what about when you do have plans? When you've planned out your day, you said you have a routine, you have a plan.
Even when I even when I have plans, in the middle of the plans, I'm thinking about other things. Like, I'm single, I want to create more clients.
When you're doing what specifically?
Could be. And I'm going on for dinner with a friend of mine this afternoon, with a girlfriend. And I know she's going to ask about my business. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to talk about, I created 4 clients, and I have 2, so I have to find more and be like this. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, but nobody wants life coaching anyway. So, like, it's constant.
Okay, so the soundtrack,
But it's not even that sometimes I like it's, yeah.
the soundtrack is always playing in the background.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a problem and sometimes it's not. It sounds like sometimes you follow your plan, you're in the vision, even though you can hear the soundtrack, you're focused on your vision. When is it that you switch over? It sounds like you have the ability to stay in your vision and follow your plan. When do you switch?
Well, I guess it's because I think the switch is that I'm continuing, but not in the good energy. So when I think when I allow myself to,
And why?
when I don't keep myself, when I'm like,
Well, I wonder, is there specific tasks you're doing that you find this is when I now let this part of my brain take over and I don't stay with
well, when I do regular things like organizing, cleaning up the house, it's like, I shouldn't be doing that. I should pay someone so I can focus on something else. This is where you want to be. Like, your time is so valuable. When I used to think that with my kids, I was like, this is too much time with the kids. I'm not building my business. Now I'm good with that. My full-time job, I'm like, look at me here. I'm stretching myself, coaching people at their expense because they don't know I'm coaching them, because otherwise it's just horrible to work with. And I know I'm not brave enough right now to go full-time coaching. So like,
Okay, so why are you letting this part of your brain take over in these moments?
it feels like I'm not letting it take over. I keep on resisting it. And I'm just thinking now, as you're asking, that the sort of a cry for help.
Tell me about that.
I would say it's kind of my own, like, I don't know what it's almost like I don't have a partner. I'm very by myself. So it's like that other part of me that needs to be there. Uh, and it's not necessarily that it's very mean, it's just very scared.
Okay. How might you take care of that part of yourself that's scared?
Well, even when I see it coming, I'm doing like, you are safe. Like, look at what you have accomplished. It's going to be okay. You've always been independent. It's going to be okay. I even sometimes literally pat myself.
And are you doing this in these moments where you stop following your plan? Are you taking care of yourself, or is that when you're resisting?
It's when I'm resisting in the morning. And then I have flash moments where I know I'm like in bad energy, and I'm like, gonna be okay. Like, so that's why I'm saying, like, it's like I want to let myself completely fall down and like give up on everything. You're not even 24 hours, just constantly up and down. And I feel like it's very draining, very tiring.
Well, it sounds like you're kind of battling with yourself.
Yeah,
Would be draining.
yeah,
What if you stopped battling and you just let that part of yourself say whatever she wants to say, throw whatever fits she wants to throw, complain however she wants to. We don't call her bad, like that bad energy. We're just like, oh yeah, that's the part of my brain that's afraid. She likes to say stuff. Like no more resisting, no more battling with yourself. Tell me what that would be like.
yeah, it feels not good because I can really fine let her say all of that. Then I'm just gonna be that, like, it's gone if I would acknowledge it and accept it, and I'm scared to stay in it.
Because that means you would believe it.
Yeah.
If you allow it and accept it, it means you believe it.
Yeah.
Do those have to go together? Is there a way to allow and accept but not believe it?
There must be a way. That's the way to find. But yeah, yeah, it's like literally it's that. I'm like, you can't be thinking that because it's the door open to you don't know what. So in a way, it's kind of trying to be perfect. Like, no, this is the way to handle things. This is the way to talk to your ex but because you know how to handle your emotions and blah, blah, blah. And you know that your business, if you're not creating the results right now, it's because you don't have the right mindset. So I really feel like if I let myself listen to that other voice too much, it's going to take over. So I keep like patting it down.
Yeah, lots of resistance. Well, so remember, you said that this part of you is afraid.
Yeah.
Right? So let's just imagine this part of you like as a toddler. Maybe 3 or 4 years old, afraid, thinks there's a monster under the bed. Okay, no, we don't have to convince that little girl that there's not a monster under the bed. We also don't have to believe her and join in on her fears. We can let her be afraid, right? If one of your kids was afraid that there was a monster, what would you do?
It's exactly what I do with my kids when they are going through bad times. Like, it's okay.
I've got you.
Let's go. Let's go check it. Or like, just do you want to check it, or do you want to stay with me? Or what's going on?
No. Right? You might give them a big hug. You might let them know that they're safe because you're going to take care of them. You don't believe them, but you allow them to be afraid. You accept that they're afraid, right? But you don't believe the story. It doesn't take you down some horrible road. You're just there for them without believing, but without also resisting, right? One of the things you say to your brain is like, you can't think that. Imagine seeing that
Too long,
with a kid.
it's wrong. You can't believe that too wrong.
Right? They're like actually afraid, maybe shaking even, like, or maybe there's some tears. You wouldn't be like, you think that?
Yeah. Like, no.
You just go love on them and take care of them. What's coming up for you?
I'm just thinking about all those moments. Even when I post, I'm like, I'm always scared. I'm like, every single day. But it doesn't prevent me from moving forward and doing the things that I most love and continuing going after my life. Um, I'm actually there more often than that just today. Maybe there would be another way to start a day. I am freaking scared today. It's like I don't tell myself that. I'm like, it's okay, I'm gonna be fine. I'm like, no, I say it's okay. I know you're scared, but it's gonna be fine.
How does that feel?
Completely useless. So it's like, I know you're scared, but it's gonna be fine. It feels Like it doesn't have a lot of impact effect anymore when I hear that. It's pretty neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like it's bullshit.
Mm.
But it's more, you are really scared and you know what to do. And it's not okay. And when I try to myself, it's absolutely normal. Of course, you're afraid. It's almost like, because when I look back, I'm like, there was no reason to be afraid even 2 years ago, even though it was so challenging. Like, I just know. And I'm really going back to, I know, and I'm still wasting time into resisting that back and forth.
Let's visualize your kids again,
Going back to my kids.
right? You wouldn't say to them, well, that's stupid. There's no reason to be afraid.
Yeah, there's a many reasons to be afraid, actually.
Right. What if we just dropped the judgment and we just let that part of you be afraid? It's okay because you've got her and you have courage and you have some self-confidence and you really know that you can take care of her. What if we let her be afraid, but we're not afraid that we're going to join her there?
I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid to stay there forever. Feels better. Because even this, I know I'm not going to stay in there forever. I'm going back to my adult self of my,
Yeah. Well, because it's not really you that is afraid,
yeah,
right? It's like your inner child that's afraid.
absolutely. I mean,
Be afraid all the time. And we don't have to resist it. And we don't have to judge it. We just like allow it to be there. Yeah, of course I am. So let's think ahead to tomorrow. This is how we decide to approach the day. Even from the very first thing in the morning, we're like, oh, hey, I see you're afraid. I got you. Tell me how you think the back and forth is going to go during the day.
for now, the only way for me to see that the back and forth doesn't happen is I tell myself that and I get up right away. Because then I have my routine to follow.
So what would you have to be thinking to get up right away?
You just know when you're going to get up, it's going to be okay. Like, get up. You're afraid and get up.
Tell me why you want to get up.
Yeah. Like, lately, it's been very much easier for me to go to the gym. Even I go very often, but like I never want to go because I was just thinking, I just want to be healthy for my kids. And I'm thinking about the why. I go to like, well, there's not a big reason just for me. It's just because it's worth it, because I want to do my best every day, because I want to feel all of it, including being scared. I think I just want to wake up because I only have one shot with it.
Tell me more about that.
It's precious what we have. And here we are every day forgetting about it. Forgetting how it is even precious to wake up and breathe. How magic is it? It is.
What is one sentence you could tell yourself to remind yourself of that the first thing in the morning?
I guess it would be something very simple on the like even breathing in magic. Come on, let's get up. But not in a come on, let's get up like, let's go. Like it's magical. Like it's and I love to feel in awe of like that crazy world. And that's what gets me up actually. To feel like the best could happen today.
How did that one feel? The best could happen today.
So nice.
I get another day of magic.
Yeah. That feels good.
Do you have an alarm that goes off in the morning? Is this how you get up?
Yeah.
So how are you going to remind yourself of this the moment your alarm goes off?
I mean I could put a message first on the phone. That's the first thing I'm gonna tell myself. I can put a post-it first to remind it. I get another day of magic.
I use the word get. The word get works really well with my brain. I don't have to get up. There are things I have to do today. I get, and just reminded the way you were talking about it, that reminds me of that feeling of like, I get to go crazy things today. Like this is a privilege and an opportunity, and I want to take advantage of every second. But I have to remind myself of that. That's how I am too. The moment my alarm goes off, what I feel is like, ugh. And I have to do something on purpose to remind myself.
And I love that I get too much better than I want to. I tend to replace it by I need, I have, or I need by I want, but I get to. It's even better. It's really, that's an opportunity here. It's like a chance that you have. It's like on a platter. Do you choose today? Because I don't know. Most of the days I don't want. But I get to do it. So that's my privilege.
How does this feel?
Really good. Really.
Okay, so if we start the day that way, tell me the first time your brain's going to start wanting to do something else because it's feeling afraid. When is the first time we're going to run into that? If we start the day with a get to.
Maybe I think I have my full-time job pretty much in control and my coaching business too, but I'm really in the moment when I want to create more clients. So I'm going to show up more and I'm going to make more offers and I'm going to be rejected more, which is fine. But that I get to help people if they want to. I get to impact. I get to enjoy what I'm doing because when I'm coaching, woo! See, I love to coach on Fridays. I'm high for the weekend.
Well, even you said in your brain when you're working, you're thinking about wanting to go working on your business, right? When you're in your full-time job.
Yeah.
We could add that in there too. Yeah. I get to create a paycheck to support my family while I'm building my business. Yep. This is an opportunity. I'm so lucky that I get to come to this full-time job and make money too.
And I love it. Great benefit, non-profit that I've always loved. It's that I've always wanted to do. And I just got a promotion, so it's all there. I get to do it. Yeah.
And what are you going to tell your brain when you notice the fear come up?
I will say, I get to get a friend a little bit later to you.
Just to me.
And that is more, I get to have the opportunity to even feel afraid. So feeling afraid is not so scary. It's more like part of the process. I get to be really human and I get to be scared.
And courageous. Oh, we can't have courage without fear, right? It could just be like, it's okay that fear is here. That means I get to be courageous. I get to practice courage. Any objections coming up in your brain?
Yeah. Like, oh my God, I wish I didn't have to be that courageous and strong.
Well, here's the secret. You don't have to be.
We get to.
Because you don't have to do any of these things. You don't have to build a business.
I was thinking about that before. I'm not to build a business. Because I could make it work with what I have right now. I don't have to keep myself out there, but I've really chosen to.
Right. I choose to. Brave. I want to. I get to. But I have to do.
We'll be bored.
You do not have to be courageous. There's plenty of people in the world that choose. They're like, no way.
I choose courage.
Yeah. This is the life you've chosen. You don't have to do it. Do you want to be courageous?
Yeah.
Do you want to do things that you're afraid of?
Yes. Every day.
Tell me why.
I don't know. I get high on that.
It's just,
Yeah. That's the point. That's the beauty of it. I love it. That's very me. I've always said I thrive in adversity and challenge. Sometimes I would like to put a little bit less adversity on myself because I feel like I provoke it. But yeah, I reveal myself.
one of my favorite thoughts, you may have heard me say this before, is the answer to fear is yes. And that's something I tell myself to create courage, right? Fear is a green light. Fear means that I am moving in the direction of growth, that I'm willing to go out of my comfort zone to grow. So the answer to fear is yes. It's okay if I'm afraid. That is not a problem. It means I get to be courageous. I get to grow. I get to up-level myself.
Yeah. I feel like I need a little note, reminder of like a small paragraph and practice it. When I get to practice that, I get to practice courage.
Yeah. You don't have to.
That was great.
Lots of people who don't.
No, I've chosen this to. I love it.
Any other objections from your brain?
No, no. Except it goes, you know all of that. But then I'm like, oh, you need I need a reminder regularly. Forget. And then you need someone to help you to remind yourself that.
We all need reminders. And just because we know something doesn't mean we have integrated it into our neural programming. So we're just
clearly not.
remind and practice until that's the way that our brain just works naturally. And until then, not a problem. We'll just keep reminding ourselves and keep practicing.
And there are a lot of times also that I used to be scared and I'm not scared anymore. So I could look for that progress also, like all the things I used to be scared about and very good with it now.
And I'm guessing that's because you were willing to do things while afraid.
I feel like there was no other choice.
If there was.
Yeah.
Because remember, there are people who say no to fear.
That's true. Like I
You kept saying yes.
after the divorce, but I was like, no, I am not gonna let I won't let that impact the rest of my life negatively.
Yeah. You kept saying yes to fear and did it enough times that some of those things are no longer scary. And that's still going to be true of all the things you're afraid of now. The more we practice saying yes to fear, the less scary they become. And someday you won't even recognize who you are because you just kept doing scary things because you wanted to, and it's the life you choose to live. We won't have to resist.
And actually exactly the life I wanted. Big city, doing a job that I like, having kids. I didn't think I would divorce, but being independent. And that was the only way for me to really be independent was to be divorced in my situation. To feel like I did it on my own.
Yeah. All right, my friend, you've got this. Your homework this week
Thank you.
is to remember get to, and remember to just take care of that part of yourself that's afraid without making it a problem. We don't have to resist or believe. We just allow that part of your brain to be afraid. Totally fine.
It was beautiful. Thank you for getting me to remember that.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you for watching this episode of Live Free, Love Life. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time.